What is good, everybody? It is your boy Super Saiyan Cat back with another Sub Saturday for you guys. This is the third week we have been doing Sub Saturday, and since it's the third week, I'm finally going to make a playlist for Sub Saturday because this is definitely something I plan on continuing for a long time, whether it's Xenoverse or not. I plan on continuing this on the channel for a long time. So if you have not seen the first two submissions of Sub Saturday, be sure to check out that playlist because each and every single week is different. Which brings me to my next point of what is gonna be next week's Sub Saturday. I know a lot of people will ask that in the comments down below. I will have that up in tomorrow's video for you guys. I will announce what the next Sub Saturday is. So stay tuned for tomorrow's video because again, that's how you're gonna find out what next Sub Saturday's topic, subject, whatever you want to call it, is going to be. Now, before we get this started, I do want to say thank you to each and every single one of you that did send in submission. Now, of course, not everybody can actually be picked for Sub Saturday, but I want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart because it truly means a lot just for you guys to send in the submissions. Now, these particular 9 that I chose, though, are not only the ones that are extremely fast ass whoopings, but they also have some other things in them that I had to take into account. It's not just about speed. There are some matches that you guys will see that are more than just about more than how fast the match actually ended. But the first submission comes in from Kira Paws. Now, these are not in any particular order, guys, from 9 to 1 or anything like that. They're all just some insane ass whoopings. And again, first submission comes in from Kira Paws. Huge shout out to him for sending this in. Let's get into it and see what he has to offer. And hopefully we get this thing started right. All right, here we go. As you see now, again, it's not just about time. It's about other factors too. One main factor is how good your opponent is. Like, I've looked at a lot of these, like a lot of clips were sent in where the opponents were just terrible. Now, it's very easy to whoop an opponent who's terrible. It's very easy to beat them very quickly. But let's look at what Kira has going on right here. No, sir, you need to get off that L1 button. You're going to break your controller, my boy. And see, this is the thing right here that I really liked about Kira Paul's ass whooping and how fast it was. Man's Naruto used Limit Burst. That got him the auto health and auto stam recovery. That's going to give Mans a decent amount of health back, which makes it that much harder to actually end the match quickly. As you see, his health is constantly coming back right now. You get about a bar in total of health back from that limit burst, but that did not matter right there because Kira said she is not having none of that bullshit today. Say goodbye. The match lasted a total of around 40 seconds, I believe, but the fact that her opponent limit burst with the auto health recovery and still she was able to end it in 40 seconds is exactly why I had this make it on the actual Sub Saturday. So huge shout out to Kira Paws again for this video right here, but let's move on to the next entry. Alright guys, moving on, next submission comes in from Powerful Rhyme 47. Huge shout out to him for sending this in. Now again, remember, not everything is just about how quick the ass whooping was. There are other factors that go into it. For example, Powerful Rhyme, as you see, using Vidal, and the worst version of Vidal in my opinion at that. Like, she is not a bad character at all, but this version right here really is not good in any kind of way in my, like, I would prefer to use the other variations that she has. But again, he is going ham, as you see on King Vegeta right now. Come here, you gonna take these little punches. Oh, I thought he was gonna do the little kicks right there. I guess I got it confused. But again, the worst version of Vidal in my opinion, which made me like this. Oh, this submission's that much more. My man, you gotta time your perfect block. How can you call yourself King Vegeta taking an ass? Even though King Vegeta was actually pretty weak. This almost looks like King Vegeta versus Frieza type shit, where Frieza just disrespected the hell out of Mans. Like, or actually no, Beerus. When Beerus just basically put his foot on his head, that was disrespectful. And that's what kind of matchup we basically got going on right now. Like, King Vegeta just looked at Powerful Rhyme as Beerus. That was just an absolute ass whooping. And again, Powerful Rhyme had, in my opinion, what is the worst version of Vidal and was still able to finish that match in 50 seconds. So again, huge shout out to Powerful Rhyme 47 for sending this in, but let's keep this going, guys. Moving on, guys, the next submission comes in from somebody who surprisingly has made it into every single week. It's like Mans knows what I'm looking for each and every single week he has been on so far, and that is Redneck Lace. This time, he has an absolute ass whooping to display for us, and the thing about this one right here is his opponent was actually a little bit competent. Most of the matches that I saw from these ass whoopings, their opponents really weren't that good. Didn't even really know how to do basic things. But here, Redneck's opponent actually is a little bit competent, and that does not matter. He still gives this man the hands, as you guys are about to see. And one thing, hold on, we gotta play that back. We gotta play that back. Hold on, one thing that I like, you see Mans. You see him hit him with the troll spin. So not only is he throwing in a biggest ass whooping submission, he's also trying to make it onto the most disrespectful finish. Oh, well, that's not really a finish, but he's just disrespecting his opponent, period. Like, oh my, come here. We're taking these hands today. Oh no, sir, you gotta time your perfect blocks better than that. You gotta stop spamming the block button. You might actually be able to pull it off. Now it is time though for you to say goodbye after this meteor burst. Like I said, meteor burst is amazing because you could do so many more things after it, like Redneck did right there. But look at the time on this match, guys. Again, his opponent was a little bit competent. The man just messed up his perfect block right there and ended up paying with his ass. As you see though, a 28-second match right there from Redneck Lace. So huge shout out to him. That is the third time that he has actually been in Sub Saturday. He's been in every week so far. I'm actually curious to see when he's not going to have a submission that actually makes it. Alright guys, moving on, the next submission comes in from Nimbus X. Huge shout out to Nimbus for this submission right here. Now I do want to say this, when I first saw this, I was not going to put it in because I was like, did he really just do that? But then when I really thought about it, my man's Nimbus most likely did this to have the fastest possible ass whooping in Xenoverse 2, because I don't think anybody has ever won a match this quick. It's literally not possible in my opinion, unless you do what my man's Nimbus did. So again, huge shout out to Nimbus for sending in this submission. Let's see what he has to offer. Now, literally fastest ass whooping you'll ever see, and you'll see why in a second. Just look. Oh! He has the Super Soul where you can use ults without having key at the beginning of the match. I believe it's one of Zamasu's or Merge. I don't know whose it is exactly because I'm not a big Super Soul person in Xenoverse 2, but oh, look at that. The match it just started and the match was over. Again, I truly believe Nimbus did this right here just to get in, just for the Sub Saturday purpose, just thinking of the fastest possible way to end an opponent. So I had to give him a little bit extra points because he used his mind a little bit right here. He wasn't just thinking of it as a regular fight. He used his mind a little bit and literally tried to have the fastest possible match in Xenoverse history, which I think he did. If anybody has ever beaten an opponent in less than 15 seconds, be sure to share that down below in the comments, because I don't think it's even possible without this method right here. But let's keep this thing going, guys. Moving on, guys, next submission comes in from Naraku 54. Huge shout out to Naraku for this submission. Now, with some of these submissions, they really didn't start the match until like 10 seconds into the match. They would just kind of float around and things like that. So I didn't penalize people for that. I kind of just took that timing off. And so that is where we're starting Naraku's match right here. It's already like 9 seconds in, but again, nothing went down in the first 9 seconds. They were literally just staring at each other. But let's get it started. Alright, as you see right there, he was literally just checking out man's moves, his preset real quick just to see what he has. And I just got to point out, that man Hendo78 is literally about to break his L. Do you see him? Depending on what console you are on, you are either about to smash your L1 button to bits, or your LB button is about to be broken as well. Like, how can you hit the block button that many times? You deserve that stamina break right there, to be honest, Hendo. You really do. How? What makes you think hitting just spamming it is gonna really help you that much? And right there, man's used the limit burst, the auto health recover, but Naraku says no, bitch. You are not allowed to use that. You are not gonna get it off. Take this Grand Smasher and say goodbye. That honestly, the combination of man's hitting the block spam and the fact that he used his limit burst for the auto health recover really made me like this submission right here from Naraku 54. So huge shout out to him again for this submission. But let's move on to the next one. Keeping this thing going, guys, next submission comes in from Dark Smoke. Huge shout out to Dark Smoke for this video submission right here. Let's jump right into it and see what he has to offer. All right, Mega Kit 456, I'm going to tell you this right now. Things are not looking good from you just based off the beginning of the match has just not friendly in any kind of way to my man's Mega Kit. Come here, take this PB. Oh, take the stamina break. It's basically over at this point. You already got stamina broken. You don't have much health left. Oh, I feel so bad for him. And then this combo the combo right there at the end. I got to give it up to Dark Smoke. Damn! The combo right there. I really liked that. That combo was sick as hell. My mans went into the Dragon Flight, into the Mach Punch, and then into the perfect shot. Personally, I would have used the Vanishing Ball at the end to finish that off, but he hit him with the perfect shot at the end, and 25 seconds. 25 seconds. I gotta give it up again to my man's Dark Smoke. That was an absolute ass whooping, and the combo at the end was very creative, and I really liked it. So huge shout out to Dark Smoke for this video submission right here. But finally, let's move on to the last two. All right, moving on to the last two submissions, guys. Remember, these are not in any particular order, by the way. They are not listed at all. They're all just very quick ass whooping. But this one right here comes in from QBZ11. Huge shout out to QBZ for this submission right here. Let's see what he has for us. Ooh, come here with the perk. See, honestly, against the UI Goku, if you perfect block mans a couple times, the match is basically over. If you perfect block him 2 times, make him use stamina 1 or 2 times, the match at that point is essentially over. As you see, right now, this UI, the UI Goku is in trouble. Come here. Keep getting juggled in there. I really like Ranger 17 for that, because that combo is very, look at that. You're literally getting juggled in the air during a match. How disrespectful. But as you see, the match was basically, it was just a bunch of juggling, and I believe it only lasted, what, 20 something seconds? Let's see. It lasted a total of 28 seconds. And that was just a bunch of juggling, which is very disrespectful, which makes me like it that much more. So again, huge shout out to QBZ for this submission right here. But let's move on to the last Sub Saturday mission for the biggest ass whoopings ever on Xenoverse 2. Alright guys, finally we are on to the last submission for Sub Saturday. Now I wanted to put this one at the end for a certain reason that you guys were about to see, but I'm not going to spoil anything, so let's jump into it. Oh, by the way, huge shout out to GCash2002, because as you see, he is the one who sent in the submission, and I always give a shout out to those who send in submissions that actually make it on. So again, huge shout out to GCash2002 for this submission right here. But as you see right now, he is on I'm from NA's ass, literally not letting him touch him at the moment. No sir, you don't get to touch me. Stop throwing the key stuns. They literally canceled out key stuns like 5 times, as you guys saw. But again, he is just on man's ass right here. No sir, come here, take this stamina break, and now it is over for you, my boy. I really feel bad for I'm from NA, because not only did he get his ass whooped very quickly, he literally got perfected. My man's Gcash lost no health at all, as you guys saw right there. Literally got perfected in 40 seconds. And then on top of it, to ice the cake, my man's rage quitted. He literally, like, why? That is why I put this video at the end. I wanted to end it with that right there, because it's just take your ass whooping. And in this case, it was really a ass whooping. Again, 40 seconds, and then right after that, the man's rage quit. Like, what? Guys, to everybody out there, the only way you can actually get better at a game is by losing and improving and learning from your mistakes. So do not do things like I'm from NA did right there, because that you will never get better by doing that. You're just gonna stay at the same level that you are, and nobody likes that. It makes me lose my words, as you guys see. But again, huge shout out to everybody who sent in a submission for Sub Saturday. Not only the ones that made it, but everybody in general, guys. I'm so very thankful to all of you from the bottom of my heart. Each week we've gotten over at least 50 submissions. This week we got around 75, I believe. So again, huge shout out to every single one of you that sent in a submission. But as always, thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the vid. Until next time, hope you have a good day. Peace, y'all.